Hi, my name is Niken Fitria. I will present an idea about adaptive information system for charity organizations with abstract behavioral specification or ABS. This idea was proposed by formal method in software engineering laboratory in Faculty of Computer Science Universitas Indonesia and was partly supported by research grant BOPTN UI entitled Development of Highly Adaptable and Reliable Software Development Tool to Support Requirement Changes and Variation of User Needs, 2014. To help you understand the idea, I will start this presentation from the background problem. And then I will continue with the proposed solution, including the benefits and the challenges of it. And at last, I will end this presentation with the conclusion. Okay, now let me start with the background problem. Poverty is one of the basic problems faced by all countries around the world. In Indonesia, according to data published by Central Bureau of Statistics or BPS in March 2014, the number of poor people in Indonesia approximately 11.25% of the total population of Indonesia, or it is amounted to 28.28 million people. To support the government to address these issues, some people feel compelled to intervene. They gather and work together to establish charity organization. In this presentation, we define charity organization as a non-profit organization that has philanthropic goals to attain social welfare. The activities are on the subject of humanity, charity, educational, religious, or other activities serving the public interest or common need. To accomplish the activities, this organization does fundraising from donors and distributes it to those who need. And the distribution of aid is not only in terms of money, but also in variety of programs that support the welfare and enhance the dignity of the poor. The variety of programs is adjusted with the condition and the need of the poor. And of course, each organization will have different programs corresponding to their vision and mission. But in performing the activities, charity organizations are facing some issues, and the first issue is equal distribution of aids. Let me give you the illustration of it. This is an area where there are some charity organizations operating in this area. Generally, there is no coordination among these charity organizations. So, each of them has their own area as the target to distribute the aids, which has big possibility to overlap each other. This can lead to uneven distribution of aids. In one time, there will be areas with excessive aid. In the other hand, there will be some other areas which are lack of aid because no charity organizations cover it as the target of aid distribution. The second issue is about monitoring and reporting of the aid distribution. Generally, the donors will give their money to be distributed by a certain charity organization based on trust. But it's difficult for the donors to perform tracking related to the use and distribution of the money they've donated. Actually, some charity organizations already have activity and financial reports. However, generally their reports are too rigid and hard to be understood by people. Too rigid here means those reports contain too much information which are less relevant and not needed by the readers. Actually, one solution for prior issue of charity organizations is information system. But the solution cannot be simply implemented by those charity organizations. Because we found out that generally the development of the organizations is not complemented by the development of the infrastructure to support the activities of the organizations itself. This thing can be caused by several things, such as limited ability of human resources of the organizations. Those organizations are too focused on charity activities as their main goal, and so they are unaware of benefits of technology to support and ease their activities. As I said before, some growing charity organizations in Indonesia already have their own system information. And these are the examples. What I'm going to show you is most of these information systems are still suffering the prior issues that are monitoring and reporting. And these are the examples how these information systems provide monitoring and reporting mechanism. It is hard to be understood, too rigid, and we cannot request for the detail of specific information. Even this information system did not provide the monitoring and reporting mechanism yet. In addition, as I told you before, these charity organizations have their own and different programs. And it makes the coordination issues becomes harder because different format of data recording causes difficulty to do data integration. Software system to overcome those issues is not available yet and not really easy to be developed due to the variety of the programs owned by each charity organization. In the requirement gathering phase, for example, developers' difficulty to understand workflow of an activity could cause requirement mismatch that lead the system developed incorrectly. And it becomes worse if this mistake is done repeatedly in every software development phase. However, in the other hand, basically the business process and workflow activities of charity organizations are similar. And this similarity can be used to ease the development of system information using the software product line methodology as approach. And the good news is, there is a prospective research product which is suitable to implement SPL methodology, that is Abstract Behavioral Specification or ABS. Okay, let me give you a brief introduction about SPL and ABS. SPL is actually a methodology in software engineering for developing a diversity of software products. This methodology was developed to satisfy the different stakeholder requirements. And about ABS, actually it is a modeling language which was developed by researchers from various universities in Europe. And ABS is able to generate systems with various features in a painless way. So, to be able to generate one program for all the charity organizations, developer needs to understand the business process and analyze the workflow activities of the various programs. And of course, this part of job is quite difficult. But this difficulty could be overcome by the means of collaboration between the developer and the charity organization. By this collaboration, or maybe we could call it as engagement, the side of charity organization could help the developer to understand the business process and analyze workflow of their activities. And based on the small assessment we had done before with some charity organizations, we analyzed some challenges which possibly happened in the collaboration between charity organization and the developer. From the side of charity organizations, they are too busy doing their routine activities and it spends all of their resources. And this is not good for an ideal collaboration. They are unaware of benefits of technology to ease their activities. This technology support doesn't give direct impact in a short time for the charity organizations, so it could make them not interested to do the collaboration. And last but not least is the difficulty to adapt to new technology. And from the side of developer, basically ABS has many features that can enhance the effectiveness of the system developed. But unfortunately, our knowledge about ABS is still limited, so that the whole features and benefits of ABS cannot be utilized optimally. These challenges, which may come from the side of charity organization, could be overcome by establishing good communications to the charitable organizations and leading universities that provide the technology. We have to convince them about our good intentions, mission, and benefits of the collaboration. And for the side of developer, we are looking forward for another collaboration to overcome the technical challenge about ABS technology. If those collaborations run smoothly, developer could understand the business process and the workflow activities well, and also have sufficient technology expertise to make it happen. By using the SPL methodology and ABS technology from a variety of programs owned by each charity organizations, we could compose the basic and main functionality of the system, which called as core, and a list of possible features, which called as variability. So, to build information system for a certain charity organization with some certain programs, we will need to define the core as the basic functionality. And from the list of variability, we just need to choose the features which are suitable for each program. ABS will combine with this interface called product selection. And voila, we will have information system which is appropriate and meet the needs of certain charity organization. This process of development could be repeated for other charity organizations. All we need to do is choosing suitable features for each charity organization. And by implementing SPL and ABS in software development process, we could build customized information system for each charity organization. And this leads to the first benefit of our solution. Many information systems with different features could be generated easily. Furthermore, talking about information system will also lead us to talk about the database. We know that information system cannot be separated from the database system. And in the database system, we are familiar with the term of database schema. Database schema refers to organization of data as a blueprint of how database is constructed. And for your information, our information systems will have similar structure of database schema because it comes from the same core, and it gives us the second benefit. That is the ease of data integration. As I said before, the structure of database schema of these information systems are coming from the same core system. Therefore, they will also be the same. So all we need to do to integrate data is appending the rows to corresponding table. The next benefit of our solution is in the reporting mechanism. The system could generate customizable reports which are appropriate with the needs of readers. Readers also could break down the reports to view the detailed information if needed. And last but not least, the reports could be understood easily because it does not contain too much information. The next benefit is in the monitoring mechanism. We could improve the monitoring mechanism of charity organizations by connecting this information system with social media and involving community monitoring. By this mechanism, people will be able to review and confirm the activity and aid distribution report published on the internet. People could also respond about the conformity between the report and what happened in reality. So, by this information system, we hope the issues of reporting and monitoring will be solved. And the issue of inequality distribution of aid because of lack coordination and difficulty of data integration will also be solved by the ease of data integration provided by the system. Hence, it could enhance the integrity and the professionalism of charity organizations. Therefore, it could enhance people's enthusiasm to participate and donate their money. And at last, we hope the system that we propose could contribute to poverty elimination in Indonesia and throughout the world.